The McCulloch Robotic Mower will give you the perfect lawn whilst giving you more free time to enjoy the things you like to do. McCulloch Robotic Mower consists of 3 parts: the robotic mower, the charging station and the boundary wire. The robotic mower works inside an electronic area created by a loop signal sent from the charging station through the boundary wire. When the robotic mower comes into contact with the wire, it detects the signal, stops, turns, and continues in another direction. When the batteries run low, it will return to the charging station. When the battery is fully charged, it returns to work automatically. As the robotic mower has a collision sensor, some obstacles do not require a boundary wire. It works by mowing the grass in an irregular pattern. Daily mowing and mulching gives no grass clippings to collect or dispose of, guaranteeing the perfect lawn. The McCulloch Robotic Mower tackles inclines up to 25% and also mows during rain. It works quietly, saves energy, and is emission-free. The contents of the robotic mower includes a small ruler inserted in the inner flap of the box. This will help you lay the boundary wire with correct distance to various obstacles. A roll of boundary wire. Bags with pegs that you can use to secure the wire to the ground. A plug that must be connected to an electric mains power outlet. A low voltage cable that connects the power supply with the charging station. Connectors for the charging station and couplers to connect the guide wire to the boundary wire or to repair a damaged wire. Screws that secure the charging station to the ground. Extra cutting blades with screws. A charging station that sends signals along the boundary and guide wire and also charges the robotic mower. On the back, it indicates where the power wire connections should be placed. And naturally, the McCulloch Robotic Mower. The only tools required are a hammer for the staples and 2 pairs of pliers, 1 normal set of pliers for the boundary wire and 1 set of gas pipe pliers for the couplers. On the underside of the robotic mower is the cutting disc with 3 razor-sharp blades. In the back is the main on-off switch. The robotic mower has a large stop switch that also opens the hatch. Under the hatch, you will find the display and keypad for all menu settings. There is also a knob for adjusting the cutting height. In this window, you can view the current cutting height setting. For the safety of people and animals, the robotic mower is equipped with lift, tilt, and collision sensors. The robotic mower also has an alarm that can help prevent theft. The first thing you should do is to make a simple sketch of your garden to get an overview. This will help you plan your boundary and guide wire placement. To do this, you have to understand the purpose of the wires. The boundary wire will determine the mowing area. The robotic mower will never go outside this area. It can also wire off smaller areas within your garden. The guide wire will guide the robotic mower back to the charging station when charging is needed, but also guide it to mowing areas that can be tricky to reach if there is narrow passage. In an open garden, the charging station should be set up in a central place. But in a garden like this, it is a good idea to put it in a corner and lead the guide wire through narrow passages to remote mowing areas. You can then program the robotic mower to follow the guide wire out and start mowing at different positions according to size. When deciding where to place the charging station, also consider where you can find an electric mains power outlet. First, just place the station. Do not secure it with the screws yet. Later, you will have to align the rear of the charging station with the boundary wire. For the robotic mower to optimally function, there should be 1.50 meters free space to the sides and 2 meters in front of the charging station. The location must be level to ensure that the robotic mower drives into the charging station without problems. If possible, pick a shady location. So that you may start mowing as soon as you have finished installation, we advise you to put the robotic mower on charge now. Plug the low voltage cable into the charging station and the power supply into the electric mains power outlet. Turn the main power switch on and push your robotic mower into the charging station. The robotic mower will now start charging. Start laying the boundary wire and begin at the charging station. Take approximately 50 centimeters of additional wire and secure it with a peg. As the robotic mower always passes the wire a few centimeters before it turns, the wire must be laid at different distances from obstacles. Here the ruler comes in handy. It has 3 printed distances. In front of hard walls, you should use 30 centimeters distance. Otherwise, the robotic mower will collide with the wall at every turn. With flower beds, where there is no risk of collision, 20 centimeters distance is sufficient. If the distance is smaller, the robotic mower may drive over the edge and get stuck. Near paved paths on level with the lawn, we recommend using 5 centimeters. The robotic mower will use a part of the path to turn, and no uncut grass will remain. However, if you have hard surfaced paths like this that divide the lawn, you can just allow the robotic mower to pass over. On gravel paths like this, there is a risk that the robotic mower will get stuck. Therefore, use the 20 centimeters distance. Around ponds, use 30 centimeters distance, and there should also be a barrier with approximately 15 centimeters height. All these are guide distances. To optimize mowing results, you can adjust the wire once you've learned how the robotic mower works in your garden. Place the pegs on level lawn areas at a distance of about 70 centimeters. This is only a guide distance and depends on how even your lawn is. If an uneven lawn makes the wire sit above the lawn, you will need to use extra peg to fix this. Otherwise, there is a risk that the robotic mower will cut it. Alternative, you can also make a thin slit in the lawn with a spade like this. Lay the wire approximately 5 centimeters into the ground. This is a good option if your lawn is very uneven, if you would like to aerate without problems, or if you want to hide the wire when installing. But even if you lay the wire on the ground, it will be completely overgrown after a few months. If there are areas or obstacles on your lawn where you do not want your robotic mower to enter, you'll need to create islands with the boundary wire. Lay the wire from the garden border to and around the obstacle. The direction is very important. Do not cross the wire. You should view this as an extension of your boundary wire. If you're coming from right, start on the right side of the obstacle. When you close the circle, place the wires tight together on the way back. When the wires are placed close to each other, the signal is cancelled. The robotic mower doesn't register a signal and passes by. If you cross the wires, the robotic mower will not recognize this as an island and cannot pass. It stops and you'll receive an error message on the display. If you have several obstacles close to each other, you can do it like this. The body cover of the McCulloch Robotic Mower is equipped with collision sensors. When it hits something, it will stop and change direction. As it is designed to regularly handle gentle bumps, obstacles like trees and walls don't always need to be fenced by the boundary wire. It is, however, important that the tree doesn't have visible roots. Again, it is good to create a sketch of your garden at the beginning, because the guide wire later needs to be connected with the boundary wire in a central place across from the charging station. If you have pre-planned this spot, you can leave approximately 10 centimeters wire more at this location. When you return to the charging station, leave 50 centimeters wire for the connection and cut the wire. Now it's time to lay the guide wire. The guide wire will guide the robotic mower back to the charging station when charging is needed, but also guide it to mowing areas that can be tricky to reach if there is a narrow passage. If you have an open garden, lay the wire to the opposite side of the charging station. If you have a remote section in your garden, you should lead the wire into that area. When the robotic mower needs to be charged, it will seek the guide wire. Turn the charging station upside down and fasten the guide wire in snap locks at the bottom of the charging station. Leave 50 centimeters for the connection. Make sure the wire is straight for 2 meters in front of the charging station. Use the pegs and place the wire as you did with the boundary wire. Do not make sharp corners. Try to soften them with extra pegs. Also keep a distance to obstacles, as the robotic mower will follow the wire up to a meter offset. If the guide wire passes a slope, lay the wire diagonally so that the robotic mower will have optimal traction. Continue until you reach the planned spot at the end of the lawn. If you planned for this spot when placing the boundary wire, you'll have extra wire to connect the guide wire with the boundary wire. If not, you may need to extend the wire with a coupler. Cut the boundary wire and guide wire. Use this coupler. It has 3 holes, and thread all 3 wires to the bottom of the coupler. It doesn't matter in which hole you put the wires. Then squeeze the coupler with the gas pipe pliers. The plug is filled with grease that makes it weatherproof. Use the pegs to secure everything in the lawn. In this video, we have handled a few garden layouts. In the manual, you will find more examples that might be helpful for your individual installation. If you have a garden with a remote section, it's a good idea to connect the guide wire here. In the passage, the minimum distance between the boundary wires is 60 centimeters. As the robotic mower tries to avoid creating tracks in the lawn, it follows the guide in various distances. The robotic mower always drives to the left of the guide wire towards the charging station. Therefore, the guide wire should be placed closer to the right boundary wire, seen from this view. In this case, there are 2 remote areas. You can do as follows. One option is to place the charging station in one of the remote areas. In this case, it will also be hidden in the back garden. Then lay the guide wire through both narrow passages. In the robotic mower settings, you can program it to start in the different areas according to size. Now we are almost finished with the installation of the McCulloch Robotic Mower. You just need to connect all the wires. On the back part of the charging station are 3 wire ends that need to be equipped with connectors. Make sure to take an extra 5 centimeters of wire for the contacts on the charging station. Place the wire into the connector, fold over, and squeeze with pliers. Cut off any surplus wire. Once you've done all 3, connect them. This is important. The boundary wire from the left side must be connected to the left connection and vice versa. Finally, connect the guide wire to its blue marked connector. Place the charging station on the ground and secure it with the supplied screws. Make sure no wires can get in contact with the robotic mower. If installation has been done correctly, the LED light in the charging station will glow steady green and the robotic mower can start its work. Before starting your McCulloch robotic mower, remove objects such as pine cones, children's toys, or smaller obstacles from the lawn. Follow the startup wizard. If you prefer, you can just let your robotic mower work with the standard factory settings, but we recommend that you make your personal choices according to the circumstances of your garden. Please read the McCulloch Robotic Operator's Manual for detailed menu information. At the beginning, set the cutting height to max. After a few days, you can start lowering the cutting height. Your new robotic mower will start with a test of your installation, and the robotic mower will start to work. At any time, you can test that the robotic mower finds its way to the charging station. Place the robotic mower pointing toward the guide wire. Enter the menu and select Test In. When you start the robotic mower, it should follow the guide wire all the way back to the charging station and dock. Set the robotic mower to auto mode. That is what you normally use. Watch the robotic mower in action, especially how it keeps the desired distance to obstacles. You'll normally need to adjust the wire in a few places. If your garden is divided into several areas that are separated, for example by gravel paths, borders or terraces that render the areas inaccessible to the robotic mower, or if you have a front garden, then you can create several working areas and simply carry the lightweight robotic mower between them. When laying the boundary wire, choose a suitable spot from the main to the secondary area. Lay the wire to the other area and continue laying the boundary wire around the secondary area. Be careful that the wire is not crossed. You can add secondary areas during initial installation or add them later. When you'd like to mow the secondary area, make sure the robotic mower is fully charged and lift it to the area. Enter Menu and select Manual Mode. Press the Start button and let the robotic mower work until the battery is empty. Bring the robotic mower back to the charging station to recharge. Repeat the process until the secondary area is completely mowed. Don't forget to reset the menu to automatic mode when you want the main area mowed. Your new McCulloch robotic mower will give you a perfect lawn with a minimum of maintenance. However, for a long life and best possible cutting results, you need to clean it, and for healthier grass and excellent cutting results, the blades need to be regularly changed, depending on the wear. Wear gloves when working with or near the razor-sharp cutting blades, and make sure the main switch is turned off on the robotic mower, which is situated at the rear of the mower. The tools you need are a dry brush and a large screwdriver. Place your robotic mower on its back on a soft, clean spot. Use a dry brush or a damp cloth. Never use running water for cleaning. The robotic mower works with 3 razor-sharp blades on a cutting disc. Replacement blades come with new screws. Always change them as well. Hold the plate and unscrew the cutting blades. Clean the area under the blades. Use the new screws and attach the blades. Tighten the screws so that the blades can move freely. The McCulloch Robotic Mower is equipped with an advanced anti-theft and security system. The robotic mower cannot work outside the boundary wire. If the boundary wire is damaged, the robotic mower will immediately stop. If the robotic mower is lifted, the cutting disc stops, and if it hits something, it will stop and take another direction. For anti-theft, it has a PIN code system for highest security. The PIN code should be changed on a regular basis. It also has an alarm with 3 security levels. With the highest level, the alarm will sound the moment someone lifts the robotic mower before the PIN code is entered. Each robotic mower has a clear serial number. If a McCulloch robotic mower is reported stolen, it will be red-listed in the McCulloch support system. If the LED light flashes, there are 2 common causes. To identify which, do as follows. First, check all wire connections at the charging station and also whether they have been connected correctly. Left wire, left connection. Right wire, right connection. Connection guide wire. The second possible cause is the connection of the boundary to the guide wire. Please check and, if in doubt, use a new coupler. After checking all these points, the light should turn green. If not, please contact McCulloch Customer Service. If you have found a broken wire, you repair it like this. Sometimes there is not enough wire length for working. Then you need to add a bit of extra wire with another coupler. At the end of the garden season, we recommend that you thoroughly clean and charge the McCulloch robotic mower. Remove the charging station and electric mains power supply. Store everything in a place protected from weather, moisture and dust. To protect the wires against oxidation, remove the connectors and put the wires in one of these couplers. These contain grease and protect against moisture that damages wire ends. In addition to this video, you can find more detailed information in the operator's manual. Please also visit the McCulloch website, www.mcculloch.com, where you will find more information and news. Now enjoy the free time, as Rob, your McCulloch robotic mower, will get the job done.